Hey guys, what's going on? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here today. A quick look at a few things that I sold post-Christmas, and we're going to take a look at something that I sold that the buyer says they didn't buy.
Mountain Man, Mountain Man.
Treasures.
Welcome into the channel, guys. My name is Troy. I'm a reseller in Montana. I go to garage sales and estate sales and thrift stores and sometimes retail stores. I buy stuff and then I sell it online. Mostly that's happening on eBay. And generally right before Christmas and right after Christmas, I tend to see a little bit of a lull. And that's reflected in sales here. Monday was the observed holiday, so no mail went out yesterday. So this is midday on Christmas Eve on Saturday through, I guess, this morning, Tuesday morning, and there isn't a ton of sales. 13 of them, I believe. So, not a ton, but like I said, I expected it, and I also expect things to pick up. I'm going to start listing a little bit more now that we're through me worrying about getting stuff ready for the holidays. And, people are going to start buying more, too. People got money for presents. They got gift cards. They're going to want to spend them, and very often they start spending them, at least in part, on eBay. So I think you will see sales continue to come through for the next couple of weeks, maybe a little bit higher, maybe some higher dollar collector item type stuff moving out. But, well, we'll see. You never know with eBay. Maybe they'll decide to do another update on the back end and shut everybody down. Who knows? So let's take a look at the stuff that I sold over the last couple of days. And then, as I said, I've got an item that came through last night, or a message that came through last night on something that I sold in November that the customer is now disputing. Not a huge post-Christmas batch here, but easy to ship stuff, and it's a nice little pile. I'm happy with it, and we made a nice local sale today. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, but we'll start with the eBay stuff. This one, little Carolina Tar Heels hat. I accepted an offer on this of $15 plus shipping. I've got a few other Carolina hats. This is a cool one. I like the look of this one, and I like selling hats. So 15 bucks is a nice sale on that one. We've got this is actually going out to a viewer of the channel, great friend. You've seen his name on here before, Angel. You've heard his name on here before, I guess. More like it. We've got the Chewbacca backpack. It's got the little bandolier. Actually, inside, it's got a little Velcro bandolier as well. And this is pretty cool. Still got the tag on it. And we got this. Actually, it was from Allie. Allie sent this to us, and it was sitting in my stuff to list. Finally got it listed, and it's going to another viewer, and it's going to Angel. So, Angel, thank you so much. I sent out an offer on this that turns out was to Angel, and he accepted. So, for the backpack, $14.99 plus shipping. So, thank you, Allie, so much. We love you. And thank you, Angel. How about some video games? Mortal Kombat, Shaolin Monks on the PS2. You might remember us selling one of these just the other day. I had 2 copies. They've now both sold. This one, $22.39 plus shipping. PlayStation 2 Greatest Hits. We've got Midnight Club 3. This one also pretty good, $24.31 plus shipping. And then these went out together. None of them sell particularly well. Actually, Just Dance 4 sells for a little bit on its own, pretty well. So that helps. If this one sells okay, just not for very much, to pair it with a couple others, it moves more quickly and for a little bit more. So we've got Just Dance 4 along with 2014 and 2017. And that set of 3 is going out for $19.19, I believe, plus shipping. I think that might have been a Christmas Day sale. We'll get back. You know what? No, we'll just do them now. The Vet Duck, the proudly served Vet Duck. This one is going to Chris. Chris, thank you so much for picking that up. Of course, portion of those proceeds going to the Gary Sinise Foundation to help wounded veterans and first responders. I've got another game over here. This is a disc only, not real high dollar despite the fact that it's GameCube. It's Lego Star Wars 2, and this one disc only sold for $9.98 free shipping. So yeah, not much, but it's an easy shipper, right? Here we got Magellan. He's still sealed in his bag. You can see there's the Nickelodeon. This is Eureka's Castle is what he came from. And he's been sitting around for a while. Got him at a garage sale for basically nothing. There, it's even got it on there. There's Magellan. And there were some other characters, but this is one of the hand puppets that they put out back in the day. And I accepted an offer on him of 15 bucks plus shipping. We've got a DVD, new and sealed, Ben Affleck and the Accountant. This is a good watch if you're just in the mood for a random action movie. It sold for $4.99 along with shipping. We've got this for the Wii. It's, well, I'm trying to get it to focus there. It's got the Motion Plus inside, and it's one of the exclusive. It's the Toad remote. And this thing sells really well. I pulled this out and sold this separately from a unit that I bought because it does sell so well and for a good amount. $41.59 plus shipping for a Wiimote. Then we got another viewer sale here. Thank you guys so much. We've got a little brooch there, little snowman. He's very festive, so that is going out along with this Mickey Mouse drawstring bag. We sold one similar to this a while back. This was the second one that we picked up at the same sale. I got this in Billings with my mom and my sister when we were visiting them. Picked these up. So this bag came with a little pouch as well. I suppose you'd put your tickets and stuff like that in there. I believe these were probably park, or if somebody got some sort of vacation package or something is what these were. And they're in beautiful shape. They're unused. And I knew they wouldn't be worth a ton, but they would certainly sell. And this one took a while, but eventually it did sell. And it's going to our friend Lester, along with the pin over at Yardvark Finds. The pair of those, $18.99 plus shipping. Thank you, Lester. That's really, really cool. I appreciate you picking those up. He thanked us for all the information that we put out this year and for the great deal. So appreciate you as well. This one is our best seller. It actually came in on Christmas Day, Christmas morning. Maybe somebody got an envelope of money. I don't know, because this was a Christmas Day sale. It's Robert Plant, Manic Nirvana. This is still sealed. It has some issues. You know, it's bent at the corners. And there was one spot on here that was, you can see it's peeled open. That is, of course, disclosed in the listing. But it's still basically new and almost completely sealed. And this from that sale where we got all of the great hats and all of the great vinyl. It hung around for a while, but that's because it's priced up. And eventually, somebody that loved it found it. They're actually paying international shipping because it's going to Cabo. It sold for $89.59 plus shipping. Not too shabby. And nearly forgot. Saw it once I started going in and printing out labels. We forgot a Monster Jam truck, the Gravedigger truck. This is the more expensive of the two that we have. $14.71 plus shipping. Yep, happened again. I actually pulled this one and then set it to the side, brought something else over, and almost forgot about it. We got another game going out for the PS2, Star Wars Bounty Hunter. This one on an offer that I sent out, got a counter, I countered back. We settled in at $8.75 plus shipping. Oh, solid sales, you know, nothing fantastic there. But as I mentioned, we did have a little bit of a local flip today. I listed something that didn't really have a good sell-through rate on eBay. I looked it up this morning, pulling things out of the death pile, and looked like it could maybe sell eventually for $15, $20, something like that on eBay. And I thought, you know what, for the work to pack it and everything, I didn't feel worth it to me. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to list it on local, not Marketplace, but one of our local buy and sell pages on Facebook. And I listed it for 15 bucks. Here it is right here. It's old beer sign, light up sign. And it's pretty cool. It's just not particularly valuable. And I listed it for 15 bucks and went on with listing some other stuff on eBay and got a message of, hey, is this available? I said it was. They actually wrote back and said, hey, do you deliver? I said, well, yeah, I can meet you somewhere, not a problem. And, I said, where do you want me to meet you? And they gave me the name of a local bar. I thought, okay, that's interesting. I've got more bar-related stuff. So when I wrote her back and said, yeah, we can do that. I'm going to be out, I had to go out to drop mail anyway. So I can go and drop that off. 15 bucks for an immediate flip, just some quick cash, sure. But I messaged and said, hey, I got some other things that I was looking at maybe listing later this week, and I haven't yet. If you'd be interested in those, I could at least throw you a picture and see if you were interested. She said, yeah, let me see what you got. Maybe we can do a bundle deal. So here's the pictures that I sent her. I had a couple of mirrored signs. We got one here from Seagram's. It's relatively rare. There are a couple sold comps for, I think it was like 85 bucks, something like that. But there are others listed. And so it was going to be a wait. It was going to take a while. And then we got this is one, I think there's only one listed right now, and they're shooting for the moon, which is what you should do if you have the only one. They're asking $300. It's not going to sell for that much, but it is a little bit more rare. It's from the 70s. It's acid etched. It's a cool mirrored sign. So I had those, and then I had these guys right here. Here's one of them. It's a metal sign. It's a little bit 3D. It's got a raised graphic on it. And then here we've got another one. I've got both of these from an estate sale when I was actually traveling. I got them for $1 a piece. They were there at like the very last couple hours of the sale. He actually asked me, he said, what about $1 a piece when I picked up these signs? I said, sure. They're relatively rare. 1993. There are some listed on eBay for like 45 bucks, or at least some similar, not exactly like this. Again, a little bit of a long wait and, a pain to ship something that big a little bit. And so I said, hey, I've got those. And then I actually had a clock. Here's a picture of the clock. The mechanism didn't work. I needed to put a new mechanism in it, but otherwise it's really cool. And you can get those new mechanisms from the Hobby Lobby or wherever, and they fix relatively easily. And so I was going to do that, but I didn't know if it'd be worth it for what I was going to get out of it. And so I said, hey, I've got this thing too. It just needs a new mechanism. She said, well, yeah, I'll take them all. What do you want for all of them? So I kind of did some mental math, and I threw her a number of 125. And she said, yeah, if you deliver, that's a deal. So that's what we did. I dropped them off at the bar, and I asked her before I left, and I said, hey, are you interested in more if I come across more down the road? And she said, yeah, I've got more wall space. Now I've got somebody, if I can find bar-related signs and mirrors and advertising, that sort of thing, I've got somebody that I've already got a connection with, that I've already sold to. She didn't really haggle me down. I gave her a pretty fair price for what I was giving her. So I've now got a connection for that particular item. I can make immediate flips. And yeah, I might have made a little bit more off of eBay on them. But again, the time, the shipping with the mirrored signs, they might break in shipping, right? I don't have to worry about that. There's no fees obviously taken out. So I like the immediate local flip for some stuff. I think it works really well. And so I was happy to do it here. And some bigger items, cleared them out of my way, which is a good thing. So with that thrown in the mix, pretty good sales, I think, over the last little bit. As I mentioned, we did have something come in last night, though. I got a message from eBay. Here's the message. They were saying, hey, this person that bought something from you is filing a dispute saying they don't recognize the charge. This is a hat that was purchased back on, I believe it was November 22nd, $14.94 plus shipping, $6 shipping. And it was shipped out and received on November 28th. And so they got it pretty quickly. And now it is today, as I record this, the 27th of December. And all of a sudden, it's more than a month later, they're filing a dispute saying, I don't recognize this charge. The cynical part of me says, well, okay, it's past the 30-day window. And so now you can't do a return through eBay. You have to go this way through your financial institution. That's what they're doing. They're asking for, $21 back. We'll see. eBay says that I'm protected here. I've got some seller protections through eBay, apparently, on this. So thanks, eBay. We'll see. They said I don't have to do anything. We'll let you know. And so I guess I just have to keep an eye on my messages and see what happens and see if, in fact, eBay has my back on this thing. So I don't know. Have you guys ever had anything like that? I'd be curious to know. I know people get chargebacks from time to time. I'd be curious to know if you've had them, and if so, what was the result? What happened? What's your chargeback story? I appreciate you. hanging out with me today, guys. Thanks very much as we work to finish out the year. I promised some garage sale footage. I still had some running around to do today, so we didn't get to that, but I will be working on it. I promise. And we'll see you then.